Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all, and we just hit 1000 subscribers in the channel. Thank you so much guys. I really appreciate the love and support you guys are giving to the channel. I really appreciate it, and I promise to make even more and better content for you guys. This is what I love to do, making content for you guys, and I'm really glad to know that my contents are helping you guys to grow in PvP and improve in PvP. A lot of you guys have texted me. I'm so happy about it. If you guys want me to improve in any area of content making, then please do comment. I would like to improve more and more and get better at it. Thanks again everybody. Now today I brought you some of my favorite teams for the Ultra League, as all three leagues are here, and these are gonna be very meta teams and some are gonna be very fun teams as well. I hope you like this content, and without any further ado, let's start the video. Team number one is going to be the very balanced team for the Ultra League. Now Tapu Fini and Shadow Ampharos going to be very good combo, and Tapu Fini and Annihilate is also a very good core. You got Fairy up front in the lead with Shadow Ampharos and Annihilate at the back. Now look at it, if you look at it, both the Pokemons at the back can be weak against Giratina, and you've got Fairy up in the lead. Like Shadow Claws from Giratina would do a lot of damage against Annihilate, and Ampharos needs to land multiple Brutal Swings against Giratina. And yeah, Tapu Fini can take good care of Giratina, and Ampharos Ampharos is definitely weak against those Swampards, so Tapu Fini, being the water, can take good care of Swampert. Swampert needs to land that Earthquake and multiple moves against Tapu Fini. So yeah, this team is pretty much balanced, very balanced. And moving on to number two, team number two is going to be either Trevenant or Alolan in the lead, and Double Water, that is going to be Poliwrath and Shadow Feraligatr at the back. Now I've kept Trevenant an option in the lead for those electric types, as both the water at the back are going to be weak against electric, and Trevenant does pretty good. But however, Galvantula is going to be the core breaker for this team, and Ampharos as well with that brutal swing, right? It's going to be super effective against Trevenant. And yeah, apart from electric, you can also put a little mock in this team in lead, right? Like for Giratina, for example, Giratina Olmok would be a lot better in comparison with Trevenant against Giratina, because Shadow Claws from Giratina would do a lot of damage against Trevenant. We'll be hitting for super FG as well, but the bulk of Giratina is just too much. And you've always got Shadow Feraligatr for Giratina as well. All in all, this team looks pretty cool. Olmok or Trevenant in the lead with Poliwrath and Shadow Feraligatr at the back. This is a double water team. Now moving on to team number three, it's going to be Galvantula, Jellicent, and Mandibuzz. Now I've seen this team a lot of times in previous season, and this was a famous team. It's been famous since like 2 or 3 seasons. Now if you look at it, this team is weak against Steelix, right? This team is weak against Steelix, being Galvantula and Mandibuzz both weak against Steelix. Well, Jellicent can handle that, but still, this team is weak. Now, also weak against Giratina, but you got that Ghost and Dark with the Mandibuzz and Jellicent. Like, if you find Giratina in the lead, you can safe swap your Jellicent and always try to take the shield. And if they swap, you have the possibility to align Giratina against your Mandibuzz. That's how we play. And yeah, this team is going to be pretty fine, and backline is going to be weak against stuff like Ampharos. You got Galvantula in the lead, and yeah, this team can read. Fighters got nowhere to go. Like counter is resisted for both Jellicent and Galvantula, so yeah, Mandibuzz can do pretty fine against fighters as well. So you got coverage for fire with Jellicent, you got coverage for fighters, right? So you got coverage for pretty much a lot of things except those steals. And like Registeel can hit Jellicent with Zap Cannon, which is going to be super effective, can also beat. And yeah, Registeel and Giratina's Steelix are going to be a little bit of problem and core breakers, but you can do a little here and there and a little teamwork, and you can work it out. And a lot of players are running this team still. So yeah, you can also run this team. Moving on to another team, it's going to be team number 4, Giratina, Tentacruel, and Greedent. Like, just look at combination of Giratina and Tentacruel. Like, Giratina is weak against Fairy, and Tentacruel is strong against Fairy, right? And Tentacruel is like weak against those electrics, and Giratina being also dragon, gonna do pretty good, very good against electrics. And Registeel can win against Tentacruel, and Registeel's got no good move against Giratina, and Giratina can beat Registeel. And Greedent is going to be the safe swap for most of the times in this team. Like, if you find a Fairy, you're not bringing in Tentacruel straight, right? So you're gonna safe swap into your Greedent, and yeah, that's how you play with this. This team is pretty very balanced team, I would say. And Greedent as a safe swap is one of the best in Ultra League, right? So let's look at another team. It's going to be team number 5, Poliwrath and Double Dark or Double Poison. This also was a famous team like 2 seasons ago, and a lot of people run Skuntank against instead of Alolan Muk. I put Alolan Muk here. You can also run Skuntank. You can also run both Shadows with Drapion and Skuntank, with Poliwrath in the lead. Now, this team, although might face problems against Annihilate, but you can always do a team play, like I've always said. Like, Annihilate against Poliwrath is not that great for Annihilate, right? Imagine if you find Annihilate against your Poliwrath in the lead. You can always go for a Scald, do some damage, and take shield, and you can lower the attack with Icy Wind, right? Scald and Icy Wind are going to be neutral. It's not like resisted, only the counter is resisted, right? So that's what is advantageous for Annihilate against Poliwrath, but it's not great. And yeah, so you got double answer against Giratina, you got double poison as well if you find Fairy in the lead with Poliwrath. And yeah, this team runs pretty well. Moving on to another team, it's going to be team number 6. Now, this was the team which was used by Taffy Star, our fellow content creator. You can check her channel out. She reached to legend with this team like 2 seasons ago, and I watched her video. She reached legend in Ultra League with this team, and she mentioned that team is weak against Greedent, and she's also got video with this team in her video in her channel. Please do check that out. Like, yeah, if you got weak against fire in the lead, along Sandslash, and you got dragon and water at the back. Now, you got weak against fighter in the lead, you got ghost, double ghost at the back. And talk about Swampert, you've got dragon and water at the back. And also, alright, so Jellicent would be weak against electrics, and you got dragon also here in this team. And yeah, weak against Greedent, but strong against a lot of the things, and this team covers a lot of things, right? So yeah, you can definitely run this team, and I might also run this team. Let's move to team number 7. Team number 7 is going to be Golisopod, Registeel, and Talonflame. So if you look at the core of Registeel and Talonflame, Fire, Flyer plus Steel. So the weakness of this core is going to be ground and water and even fighting. Registeel is weak against fighting, and so ground, water, fighting all can be covered with Golisopod. Yeah, so Golisopod being bug and water in the lead, you don't swap if you I mean, you are very good against fighters, waters, grounds, yeah, those things. But the problem is ABA weak against electric and rock. Golisopod in the lead, Talonflame at the back. ABA weak against electric and rock, right? Being bug and fire flyer. So, but you can still run this team. That is the key of ABA style team, right? There are a lot of ABA style team videos in my channel. You can check them out, how I play with ABA style team. Like I've even played with Poliwrath in the lead and Annihilate at the back, ABA fighters, and I've won teams with Fairy lead. Yeah, so you can check those videos out. This team is still gonna run very good. One of the best. This is going to be one of the best ABA against in the Ultra League, not against, in the Ultra League or against Ultra League meta, and also ABB in a lot of the cases, a lot of the scenarios. Like if you find Swampert in the lead with your gold support, both your Pokemon at the back are going to be weak against Swampert, right? So in those scenarios, it's going to be ABB. But yeah, this team is pretty fine. And team number 8 is going to be Greedent and Trevenant and Tapu Fini. Now, Greedent is there in the lead to neutralize a lot of the situations, except for fighters. You got a grass and water at the back, so Greedent can neutralize the lead and rock paper scissors the back line. That's the gameplay of this team. And unless it's fighter, you don't swap, right? If it's fighter, you got 2 good answers against fighter, that is Ghost and Fairy at the back. So that's how you're gonna play this team. This team is gonna be pretty good. Like if you find Giratina, it's perfect. Giratina in the lead, it's perfect for Greedent, right? If you even find something like for Alligator, Shadow Claws are resisted. So Greedent is not only the best safe swap, it's also one of the best leads. Like if you find Poliwrath or Annihilate, swap. And if you find Alomomox, or if you find Drapions, you just stay, right? If you find Tentacruels in the lead, you just stay. If you find Registeel, you can still stay, right? You can take one hit. Yeah, Greedent is very bulky, and then do a little team play. And what am I missing? If you find Ampharos, that's good. You just stay in the lead against Greedent. Yeah, except fighters, pretty much everything, you just stay there and try to neutralize the situation and scenario, and then rock paper scissors, because you got grass and water at the back. Moving on to team number 9, it's going to be team number 9 is Mandibuzz, Registeel, and Tentacruel. All right, so again, Registeel is weak against fighting, and you got Poison being its partner at the back. And if you look at it, both the backline is weak against Giratina, because being Ghost, poisons are resisted, and Registeel's got no good move against Giratina. And you got Mandibuzz in the lead, which is very good against Giratina. So ABB in those scenarios. And yeah, this team is pretty balanced. Like you've also got water coverage for Registeel with Tentacruel, and both the Pokemon at the back are also weak against ground or those Swamperts. And you got Flyer in the lead, so very composed team. So yeah, definitely try out this team. A little expensive team though, that's the backside of this team, but really strong team. And let's move towards another team. It's going to be team number 10, Skeledirge Double Dragon. Now, nothing much to understand. ABB, right? Double Dragon, strong against Fairy in the lead, weak against Fairy at the back. And yeah, even if you find Giratina in the lead, you just safe swap one of your dragon. That's how we play. Now, Poliwrath might be the core breaker with those icy winds against dragons, but counter is resisted by both Skeledirge and Dragonite. And yeah, you can always do a team play against those as well. So yeah, this team is pretty solid and obviously going to be a fun team, right? Double Dragon. It's going to be fun team. I want to try this team. I'm going to try this team ASAP. And if you guys have checked my video with 1500 IVs on Skeledirge, I run that Skeledirge. It was pretty wild. Does a lot of damage, significant damage, right? You can like recognize the amount of damage that does more from 15 attack on your Pokemon. So yeah, that was do check that video out as well. I've got another rank 1 Skeletors for Ultra League as well. I'll try that and run this team. So I definitely want to run this fun team. And yeah, that is it, guys. So I hope you like the content. Those were the teams that we can run in Ultra League. If you like the contents, then please do subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers in the channel. I'm so happy. I really appreciate the love and support you guys are giving to the channel. And thank you so much, guys.